The rain hadn't stopped in 3 days. It tapped rhythmically against the old windows of the house, each drop echoing the silence that had settled inside. Alice sat curled in the corner of her father's study, hugging her knees to her chest. Books were scattered around her, their pages worn from overuse. Normally, they were her escape, but tonight, not even her favorite stories could carry her far enough from the ache in her heart. Her father's coat still hung by the door, untouched since the day he left for the hospital. "I'll be home before the roses bloom," he had whispered, his smile masking the worry in his eyes. But the garden was already alive with color, and he hadn't come back. Alice pressed her forehead against the cold glass. The world outside was washed in gray, matching how she felt inside. "I wish I could go somewhere else," she whispered. "Anywhere but here." A flicker of lightning cracked the sky, and the window rippled like water. Before she could scream, the glass melted away, and she was falling. No, not falling, floating. Spiraling through a tunnel of light, her senses flooded with impossible colors and sounds. Her heartbeat slowed, replaced by something electric. When she landed, it was on a soft bed of moss in a world that felt like a dream and a memory at the same time. Everything was strange, beautiful, surreal. Trees twisted in impossible shapes with leaves of turquoise and violet. Flowers giggled and hummed melodies. The sky was a rolling canvas, shifting from dusk to dawn in seconds. And standing before her was a rabbit in a waistcoat, checking an oversized pocket watch. "You're late," he said, not unkindly. Alice blinked. "Where am I?" "You're in Wonderland, of course," the rabbit replied. "And you, Alice, have been expected." At first, Wonderland felt like a place made to distract her. She met creatures who danced on air and trees that recited poetry. The talking flowers adored her and offered petal tea. A blue caterpillar told her to breathe deeper and forget the noise. For the first time in weeks, Alice smiled. She even laughed. But not everything was joyful. It began when she tried to cross the winding bridge, which only appeared if you truly believed you could make it. The moment doubt crept in, the bridge vanished beneath her feet, and she tumbled into a river of mirrors. Each mirror showed a version of herself, crying, yelling, alone, scared. "You're not enough," whispered one reflection. "You break everything you touch," said another. Alice scrambled to the shore, breathless. The river left her soaked in fear, and something darker stirred in the forest ahead. Soon, she met them, the doubts. Tall, hunched shadows with glowing red eyes. They never ran, never chased. They only watched. And they spoke in voices that mimicked her own thoughts. "He won't get better. You're too young to help. You'll never be whole again." Alice ran. Deep into the forest, where time twisted and memories played like ghosts. She found herself in a glade, heart racing, unable to tell if it was night or day. That's where she met the Queen of Mirrors. Her throne was carved from shattered glass, her face shifting constantly, like a dozen masks struggling for control. She seemed both wise and broken. "Why are you here, child?" the Queen asked. "I don't know," Alice whispered. "I think I was looking for a way to not feel so lost." The Queen held up a mirror. "Then look." Inside, Alice didn't see her reflection. She saw her father spinning her in the kitchen, his eyes crinkled in laughter. She saw the night he told her stories when she had a fever. She saw his hands planting the rose bushes and teaching her how to care for them. And then, she saw herself. Older. Stronger. Carrying his memory in everything she did. Painting. Writing. Laughing. Living. The Queen's voice softened. "You are not your sadness. You are what you choose to become through it." Alice fell to her knees, tears sliding down her cheeks. But they weren't from grief alone, they were from release. When she returned to the timekeeper rabbit, he gave her a solemn nod. "You've seen what you needed to see," he said. "Now you must choose stay or return." Alice looked around. This world had shown her wonder and pain, had tested her and helped her grow. But her mother was still waiting. The house still felt empty. And maybe she could bring a little bit of Wonderland back with her. I want to go home. The rabbit smiled. Then remember, Wonderland is not a place, it's a part of you now. And it always will be. Another pulse of light. Alice awoke curled on the window seat, the storm gone. Sunlight streamed through the glass, and the world outside sparkled with newness. She rubbed her eyes and stood slowly. In the garden below, the rosebush bloomed, its first red flower opening wide. Her mother called softly. Alice, there's news. Alice turned, her heart steady. Whatever the news was, good or bad, she knew she could face it. Because she had faced herself. She had walked through her fears, danced with joy, cried with sorrow, and emerged stronger. She had found Wonderland. And most importantly, she had found herself. Moral. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is believe that even in darkness, wonder still lives inside you. And when you carry that wonder back into the real world, nothing is ever quite the